welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I have booked lots of gigs, well, a fair few, and they're all on my website, so I'm completely up to date. I've got one this Friday, actually. I say I booked it, they came to me, and that's in Southend, so that should be interesting because I have never been to Southend, to my knowledge, maybe as a child, I don't know. Anyway, I'm performing there on Friday, amongst other places, all of which are now on my website. I feel good because I'm up to date. It's been bothering me that I hadn't amended my website and it needed it. That's that. Must move on because I've got lots to talk about. So on Friday, it was day 2 of the In Motion animation event that I went to. I went to a 2-day event and it was brilliant. I enjoyed it immensely. Lots of speakers, and the ones that stick out, well, the second one I'm going to talk about is just, well, that was a crazy ending to the day. And anyway, I'll come back to that in a minute. So the first guy, Gustav Hoden, who works in animatronics, and he was in charge of the creatures for Star Wars. His work was amazing. He did the head in Prometheus and what else? I can't remember now, but loads of stuff. And yeah, animatronics, that's something special, isn't it? One thing he did say, actually, there's a character, forget her name, but there's a character in Star Wars. She wears the goggles. She's kind of little, like, elderly woman. Looks like the older one in Golden Girls. That's what Matt says anyway. And she started off as a puppet and then went digital, which is the normal way of the world. Everything goes digital in the end. But he said this was the only time it went the other way. So she was digital and they asked him to make a puppet of her. Puppet? Model. That's the one. Oh, he also did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's right, those creatures in there. So that was really interesting. And the guy, there was loads and loads. A friend of mine's brother did a caricature of me. So we bumped into them because I was with Philly, and we bumped into them, and he did that in 3.5 minutes, and that's on my Instagram if you want to check that out, which is, what is my Instagram? Belle Comedy. Or is it Comedy Belle? No, it is Belle Comedy. Yeah, so you can check that out, 3.5 minutes worth of work. I was very impressed. He did one of Philly as well. But the last guy that we went to see, a guy called David Wilson, he's an art director. He's worked for everyone, all the main names, and he ended his talk with a cabaret, and it was just brilliant. I mean, it was well over the top and nothing held back. Like nothing. Whatever you can imagine with a gay man and a vacuum cleaner is probably correct. So that was that. And then what did I do? Friday was props. And we've been casting donuts. So next week we're going to decorate them. That's interesting, actually. Just you take a bagel, let it dry out so it's a bit old. Then you cast it in a silicone mold, and then you cast numerous donuts from that, and then you just decorate them. So that's quite cool. So we've got a fake brief to produce 40 donuts for a theatre show or something like that. So that's what we're doing next week. I spent most of the day, apart from the casting, I spent most of the day being covered in polystyrene because I'm still carving away at my main piece. But I'm happy to say it's getting there. And then, what was that, Saturday? Yeah, yesterday I went to see Paulus, and I think this is the 5th time I've seen his show. And he was really on form. It was fabulous. And Mum and I met up with Matt and Keith. We all went. And Mum was saying, actually, that Paulus's diction is really good. You can hear every word he says. If you've got a chance to go and see his show, which it's a tribute to Victoria Wood's songs, Looking for My Friend, and he's performing all over the country. He's off to Scotland next, I think. So he's performing everywhere. I really think you should go and see it because it's very good. And that was at Crazy Cox in central London. I do like that venue. I really do like the venue. It's a great venue. Performance-wise, not great if you want to get a drink, but that's a whole nother issue. Honestly, you'd think they'd really be on the ball because surely their bread and butter is serving drinks and food, but nah, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop moaning because that makes me sound old. So that's pretty much it. I'm very excited because I have gigs coming up, and I actually was looking at my stats and I'm not too bad. I will have done just over half the number of gigs that I did last year, but then I did push myself all out. But technically I should have done more because I haven't worked this year really. So I should have done a lot more gigs. But there you are. I've been playing with animation and casting and just doing stuff to my flat, which is still ongoing. But anyway, we'll talk about that one on Thursday. Much love and gratitude.